Hi everyone, Rainbow here, and today's going to be a little bit different because I actually messed up my audio recording. So I'm doing everything after the fact. I'm doing a voiceover right now, and I hope it can be just as interesting, maybe. Alright, so today in this mission, this was our part 2 of the third mission, and we did our Dodos last time. Our goal is to obtain $5,000 in guest donations in this mission. And we had set up that little area with the pretzel cart and set up our little Dodos in this little jungle valley over here. And we had to put in some more animals so that we get more donations. So what I'm going to do to make things easier on me, and I hope that's okay with you guys, is to speed up a lot of this episode, because I know if I try to think of stuff to say for the voiceover, it won't be too exciting, and I really like to do my commentary while I'm playing with the play-by-play and everything, and I really am going to try to keep the audio from messing up again, because ever since I did my playthrough with Grimm, the audio was messed up from that. So enjoy the video, and I am going to pop in every once in a while probably to give a little commentary here and there. So as you can see here, I am naming my Dodo, and his name is Jeff. I'm so memey. Alright, so we name him Jeff and Janet because I like to match, okay? And we do that with our other animals too. And speaking of other animals, it's time to choose another one. So we only have 7 options to begin with, and these are marine and land and extinct animals because of all the expansion packs. And the manta ray, I was hesitating on that one because I love the manta rays, but it's a little bit expensive to have aquariums, and they typically aren't as popular, I think, compared to really popular land animals like the bongo, and I think the buffalo is pretty popular too. But what I decided to do is the moose, because I really like their environment, the boreal forest. That first one that I hesitated on is the velociraptor, and while it seems interesting, it's just a tiny little desert lizard thing. It's alright. I'm sure some people love them, but not this zoo, not this time. I really like the moose. I usually start with it, honestly, for these zoos where I have to watch my money. And now here I start building the moose enclosure. Alright, so what we have here, and quickly I just added our little enrichment ball into our dodos. I don't know if you saw that. But so what we have over here is on one side we have this tall fence. You can see me pointing it out right there. Right now I can only have the tall tundra fence, which I don't like so much, but it means that our guests can't see, so we won't have a blockage on that side of the sidewalk. We want them to come around on the left and see the moose over there. This is the moose section, and on the other side is the dodo section. I really like having my animals split up, especially by biome. So like if I add in more boreal animals, and I would add them in this same area over here. I just like the look of it, the aesthetics of it. We see our little zookeeper running over there taking care of our moose, and we do have a male and a female, little braiding pair over here, and they do not have any enrichment items or shelters yet that are available to us. They only have trees, so I threw a little tree in there. We only have that one, sadly, but we can make this a lot nicer once we have a few more stars. And so over here in front of the moose, I've set up this little guest area with a little donation box and the benches. And you can see that on the other side of that now we have a perfect place for another exhibit, since we have the benches facing the opposite side. And I'm also going to build a food court right after the moose. So I'm gonna start concentrating the traffic of the zoo over to this side, and we just have a little offshoot for the dodos. And if we have a look over at our guests, we can see what their favorite animals are, and the favorite animals will bring in a lot more donation revenue than other animals will. And unfortunately, we can't have a lot of those animals in the very beginning, but moose, bongo, I think those generally seem to be pretty popular. And a bongo is actually what I'm about to add into our dodo enclosure. We're going to make it an even bigger rainforest environment over here for the dodos to hang out with some bongos. They might have coexisted, because we saw in that one video earlier that they actually existed up until the 1600s, so it's entirely possible that bongos could have been with dodos. And now I guess I'm going to sit back and show you the addition for the bongos. Hey, I'm back. Okay, so what I've done to get our bongos in here is I've just made the exhibit longer, flattened it out to meet the other side, and now they have a semi-private area away from where guests can see them on the end. Threw in a few more trees. Again, we don't have too much choice of a tree, and they didn't have any real toys either, or much variety in shelters or anything like that. But we gave them some more bananas because everyone likes bananas in here, and then gave them some branches just for them because the dodos don't like those. And now going back to our moose that we see are now very popular. Look at all those people around that donation box. We're going to be done with this in no time. And I think now we go into building our food court. And I'm really so sorry to have to fast forward through all these things. I really don't like that. I really would normally go through everything, go through all the nuances of building in Zoo Tycoon, because that is my bread and butter and I love it. And here we are naming our moose, and that is also one of the bread and butter things of Rainbow Toast Studios, is we love naming our animals. And if you want to name some animals, leave your suggestions down below. And what are we doing now? We are going back to name our bongos, of course. Why do I decide to name them? I do like to match. I like to match my breeding pairs. I know it's cheesy, guys. Don't make fun of me. Betty. Betty the bongo. That would be cute though, not gonna lie. If a sign at a zoo had like Betty and what do I name him? Our male. Come on. Ah. I think that was an accident. Oh, and then I laughed at pooping on dirt because the description says that he is pooping on dirt. I love that. I love that you get little status updates from your animals. What do I name him? Ty. Betty and Ty. Okay. How cute would that be, though, if there was a little sign in front of their exhibit that said Betty and Ty? People would love that. So here we come back over to our little moose/food court area, and now the food court is beginning to form. I'm just building a little square sidewalk area because I could not be bothered to think too much about it. Sometimes I like to really finesse the heck out of my food courts and make them look really cute. And generally, like, the whole zoo design is really put together. But for this one, I don't know. I wasn't feeling it. We're just gonna put them in real quick because it's better to do something than just think forever and not do anything. So we're just getting them out. And we can always update it later on. That's what's great about this game. And we can make a nice little grassy picnic area in the middle. And I think I do throw some trees in because it's always nice to have a nice little shady picnic area. And we have to have our trash cans. You cannot forget the trash cans, okay? Your guests will throw their trash all over the floor and they'll be really mad about it. Add a little extra sidewalk for more room for the lines for people to get their food. And everyone is coming around the wrong way. So I widen that path a little bit. Might as well. It has to function, right? You can't tell them where to go. And I did want to add some sort of decoration in the corner. That's what I was trying to do here. I don't remember if I settled on anything, but the space was too small really to get anything that I wanted. Look at our guests all enjoying that food. The tundra fountain did fit, but you know, it's for a tundra environment. So I like to match. I like to be matchy-match with my animals, my building. What we have going on is very symmetrical right now. I like it. I like it. I look at my selection of trees, which is not a lot. And get rid of a little square in there so we can imagine that the trunk is coming out of that. When realistically, you know, it's taken up like 4 object squares, but it's a video game. We don't have to be too realistic. But we're going to say that the trunk is coming out of that little square of grass. And I add some more trees around it. Oh, I love those. They are so nice, maple trees. Maple trees are lovely in real life too. They smell really good. I do like the birch trees because of their very small footprint. Those are really good for building because you can fit them in wherever. There's also a smaller, palm trees are great too, but there's a smaller pine tree that also only takes up 1 square. I love the 1 square trees because you can fit them in everywhere and you can make it really feel like a forest. So I changed the bottom there to dirt. I felt like it fit in a little bit better because realistically, if you had a little picnic area, lots of people walking in it, it would probably be dirt and not this very green grass after being walked on a lot. And if it was a little sectioned off picnic area, I would imagine a zoo would just fill that with dirt, right? So here I go to look at our revenue from our donations, and you go to this little button on the panel over here, and our donations are at 2,200 something, and we are supposed to be at 5,000. I believe I go over to our little goal panel, and yeah, 5,000 in guest donations. But now we have a lot of animals, so that shouldn't be too difficult. And now we take a little tour of our zoo. Y'all love this part, I know. Alright, we're going down into our little rainforest area that is now a very big rainforest area because we have our bongos in it. And we're seeing Betty and Ty. Hi, Betty and Ty. Everyone say hi. Oh, their little ears twitching. I love it. I love the animations for these animals. Oh, the little prancing. They're prancing around, guys. And we groom Betty real quick. And now it's time to go over and see our other new additions to our zoo. And we walk over here and we can look down into this beautiful little forest pit. And we have all these seating options. Thank you for your donation. Look how cute that is. That's all right. That's cute. All right, and we go over here to our staff gate. Replenish their branches because we can be good little zookeepers too. Isn't that cute? I forgot what we named our female, but the male was Crunch. I remember that because I thought it was funny. I don't know how I came up with it, okay? But this will wrap up my video for today. And again, guys, I'm so sorry it took this long to get out. I messed up the audio. My videos are not normally like this. Normally I am down in there with the play-by-play, and I love detailing what I'm doing. And on top of that, I have been crazy busy this week. And I would really love for you guys to join me on this adventure in Zoo Tycoon. And please leave a like if you appreciate the series. And I will see you all next time. Bye-bye.